And just from an outside perspective reading that, I never wanted to do business with his car dealership again. How to handle a bad review? Well, it depends on how many reviews you have. So like if you have 0 reviews and you get 1 bad review, it's going to look a lot worse than if you have 50 good reviews and 1 bad review. Some people now will even say that bad reviews actually makes you sound more legitimate, because today it's easy to fake reviews, right? And so even though reviews are still powerful, it kind of depends on how many reviews you have. But let's just say you have several reviews, you get 1 bad review. The worst thing you can do is to argue with the person in the review chat, right? Like, don't respond to the review arguing. I saw a friend of mine owns a used car dealership, and he had a bad experience and got a bad review, and him or his manager, I don't know who it was, but they went in and basically started telling their side of the story in a public forum of the review, and there were several back and forths. And just from an outside perspective reading that, I never wanted to do business with his car dealership again. So the worst thing you can do in a review reply is to badmouth the person who left the review. Now, depending on what's in the review, if there's straight facts, you can state some facts to just say, like, okay, we acknowledge that there was a miscommunication, we do show that you called in, but, somewhere we dropped the ball. Like, you can state some facts to kind of verify that. If someone just leaves you a 1-star review and doesn't say anything, you can respond and say, we're not sure who this person is. We don't have any there's no record of this client ever contacting us or, doing business with us. Like, that would be an acceptable response. But let's just say they leave a review and it's like, we hired this company to come remodel our bathroom, and it was just a terrible experience. The day one when they showed up, they forgot this and that, and it's like a pretty long review, like just calling you out about stuff you did wrong. Okay, the first step is, it doesn't matter if it's true or not true, or if it's exaggerated, or it doesn't matter. The first thing you have to do is just acknowledge them that they had a bad experience. So the reply, you need to reply to it, and you basically say something to the effect of, dear customer, we're so sorry that you had a bad experience, with our company. Now, depending on what happened, you can again address some points of, on the initial call, we thought that we thought you wanted this or whatever. Like, you can put some facts in there, right? But the overall theme of what that review reply should say is, we're sorry you had a bad experience. We're making sure that we're putting processes and systems in place to make sure it doesn't happen again. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Please reach out to us directly so that we can, help you with this matter, right? Like, those are the kind of the 4 elements. Sorry this happened to you. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. We put policies and procedures to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else again. Let's try to make it right. Right? What you're doing when you do that is, someone reading that review, it looks like, oh, this company is acknowledging they made a mistake and they're trying to get better from it. They're actively trying to make this, to solve the problem, right? The worst thing you can do is be like, well, you're a crappy customer, and you told us this, and we showed up, and we have records that show that we went out there 3 times on this date at this time, and you weren't home, and we did this, and we didn't do anything wrong. It's all you. That is the absolute worst way you can respond. So again, acknowledge the mistake. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. We are making sure that it doesn't happen again. Please reach out to, or we're going to reach out to you to try and solve this problem. That's it. You don't have to share your side of the story and tell everybody why they sucked as a customer, because people, if you have 35 reviews and 34 of them are 5-star, and everyone's like, a fantastic experience, great, great service, blah, 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 great quality, and you have 1 bad review, people who read that can read the context of that post and say, oh, this person is actually being unreasonable. I can tell this person is just a Karen, right? I can tell this person has unrealistic expectations because there's evidence that you have a history of delivering top-notch service. So that's how you handle a bad review. Now, if it's the only bad review, you do one review and it's bad, you really got to bury it with good reviews. You got to go out there and try and get as many good reviews as you can and really just bury that, and then that way it'll help counter that negative review.